Hi everybody, Cathy Shea here at CathySheaSchool.com in sunny South Florida. We've talked in our previous newsletters about self-reflection and some self-care. I'd like to kick it up a notch, as Emerald would say. And today I want to talk about self-compassion. So what is that? And I answered that question with a question, like all good teachers. Am I willing to make friends with myself? Am I willing to believe that I live in a friendly universe? And am I willing to really make friends with every aspect of myself? The good, the bad, and the ugly. Remember that movie? That was an old one. I'm showing my age. So how do I relate to these aspects of myself with kindness and care in a loving way? That is the definition of self-compassion. What I'm noticing is when I am the most critical is when I need love the most. I am noticing is when I'm doubting myself is when I need self-care the most. I am noticing that when I get into the blame and the shame game, which we all do, this is part of being a human being, that's when I need to be the most gentle with myself. So what I'd like to be able to remind you is that when we're in those dark places, shadow aspects, negative, whatever you want to call them, there's a particular activation that happens in your nervous system. You feel it. Sometimes you break out in a sweat, you might get clammy, your face might turn red as you get angry. We all have anger. What do we do with it? How do we make friends with it? This activation is commonly known as stress, but I like the word activation better, because if I say the word stress, then I feel stress. So a lot of it is just changing what I'm thinking, pausing before I speak, because when I'm activated, my digestive system is shutting down. I'm in fight or flight. So the head brain and the gut brain go into a very interesting dynamic. And it can be very uncomfortable, especially in our gut. Many of us who have had digestive issues, and I believe that's a universal issue for everyone at some point in their lives, everyone can link it to a particular incident or a particular moment when this activation happened. So what I want you to be able to do is watch the next video where I can give you some tips on how to increase the side of you that wants to be gentle, this self-compassion, with simple practices called self-soothing. Stay tuned.